Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Where last time we did the investigation of what happened to Nagito and everything. And searched his room and found he had a fridge.
And also made a Monokuma.
Yep, we hatched a Monokuma. Which, speaking of that, the present is number 90. That we got from Monokuma, just so I can put that to rest. Here it is, a memory notebook. Which we've already gotten from random too, so it's just a random thing that you get from it. A ragged notebook. The cover says Oto's memory notebook. The writings inside are too worn out to read. Interesting.
I see.
Okay.
Kyoko and Makoto's notebook. Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? Oh, so we had so many things and we equipped them all. So we should be good to go for whatever's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Finish preparations.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person...
New font for Gundam too.
Gundam has a cool font for his ex.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Oh no.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
Oh my god.
Try your best to still look mad, but...
She's very angry.
One more time! Jeez!
Oh gosh.
How about this one?
Yeah.
This will be my final blow! It's useless.
God.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it! Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
Reader, and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... make your argument.
Here we go. The final trial. We got this.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Yeah, he wouldn't be someone who'd do that.
Did the killer have to torture Nagito? No, were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, they were tortured.
Well, first, there was Monokuma's account. Why is that here? Is it important? Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake. However, apparently never revealed that fact to anyone. So nobody knew they were fake. That isn't relevant now.
Yeah.
Woman's survival knife, etc. Each one was tied to nearby pillars, which prevented him from moving. I don't see that disproves or proves anything. Survival knife.
It definitely proves that he was tortured.
Yes, but that's something we can go against, not agree with. Right? Let's see what options we got.
The reason Nagito's
Why would
body
we
was
wanna go
covered with
against it?
wounds.
It's because the killer.
So what'd you say?
Why would we want to go against it?
Well, I mean, it's yellow, so I can either say no, they were proof that there isn't a torture.
So that's why he was so beat. What were they trying to find out? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Or we can agree that it was looking
If
for
so,
the bomb's hiding
the
place.
suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
Or we can
That was
disprove that it
Fuyuhiko.
was about the bomb first.
I found it by coincidence.
Or we can
Yeah,
agree
I
that it was coincidence.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
Yeah.
Do we have
I think-
proof anyway that
one.
does that? Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? What's in the body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason.
Starting off hard.
This trial's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't think that's relevant. Okay. My Kuma panels. Don't think that's relevant at this point either. Come on, it's notebook. Yeah, already at a loss. We can also shoot things at other things. So that's always an option.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking maybe that's what we're gonna have to
Because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so. What were they trying to find out by torturing? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
do. I think maybe we shoot something
I
at
found
that
it by
one.
coincidence.
At the
The
bomb first
where-
one.
Yeah.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
What do I shoot
Because-
at?
Well, I don't know. There isn't much to support it, but I know that Fuyuhiko wouldn't do something like that.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Well, the survival knife came from the military base. Sonia was
Yeah.
at the military base, so if he was the one that was doing this, he would have had to go past her? Maybe that's
Yeah.
the thing?
I think
The reason
so.
Nagito's bomb.
It's because the killer.
So that's why. What were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's. If so, this is whoever found
So
the
shoot
bomb
this?
first.
Maybe.
No? Okay.
Uh,
It's okay, we can try agreeing with
The
what
killer
after
didn't
it-
tape. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's bomb.
It's because the killer.
So that's why he was. What were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's hiding. If so, is whoever found the.
That was Fuyu.
I found it by coincidence.
I don't think that would do it either.
oof.
Damn it!
Think
Yeah,
more.
it's hard. Please help.
Help.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Oh, wait.
So that's why. What were they trying to? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, is whoever found the bomb?
That was
Well,
Spookie.
maybe it's the duct
I found it by
tape, because
coincidence.
if they
There's
were
no way
trying
I
to torture him,
someone.
then they wouldn't put duct tape on him to not be able to hear what he's saying.
Oh,
Right.
that's true.
So
Yeah.
that's the answer.
So they weren't getting information.
Killer
about him.
didn't tape. I'm
Right.
telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's
It's because the killer tortured Nagi.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
See, it was easy. Just had to think.
Yeah.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
You're suspicious.
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down! But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay
Right.
attention. This is how first the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
No.
Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No.
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
They taped Nagito's mouth after getting information from him? True, that sounds reasonable. But that clearly contradicts the truth. If you had listened to me until the very end, I wouldn't have to go to the trouble of repeating myself.
Pay attention. This is how it... First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
Allow me to cut through those words! No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need
Okay,
to play a
Connie.
game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Yeah.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
Yes.
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
God.
Damn right it is!
Damn right.
Reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first.
The lighter.
Yes, the lighter. Or all those Monokumas not doing.
I think it's safe to go with the lighter, though.
Yeah.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or
there was
perhaps
music.
opening the door caused.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Don't even listen to what she says. It's like, perhaps opening the door. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, because there's a light
I
of
also agree
Monokumas.
that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind
no.
pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second, and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
They did one other thing to hide the domino. Music.
Maybe?
That's my guess.
I see!
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to hear.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Yeah.
Nice music. The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because their eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. Then that darkness allowed hymno blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something?
Yeah, it's pretty damn loud. Just not going to, like, listen to this depressing crap.
No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. It's not opening? Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Then I tell you it'll be fine. I just gotta use a little more force.
What happened to it open it slowly?
Akane ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Yeah, I saw this like 3 times.
Yep.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
That door was the only entrance to the warehouse. I see, so the problem Chiaki's talking about is... Killer couldn't have left if they were set up all that stuff.
I see!
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
What do you think that's going on here?
Maybe it was Nagito who set it up.
Person who set the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that.
Look, if I'm wrong, you just click on the right person.
This
yeah,
is my
Nagito
answer.
must have done the setup, but then
What if
the murder...
it was Nagito?
I don't know.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but... I feel like I'm overlooking something. Make your argument.
Burned rope, probably. That one's like the only curious one.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Yes. What a flexible appendage. Now tell me how that's possible.
Her assumption that Nagito committed Radical 6 is correct. Nagito should have tied himself up to it. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing. Tying both arms.
You couldn't do much with the free...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
What do we fire at?
Would you say...
I said, what do we fire at?
I don't know. Do you want to agree that it was, like, using teeth or something?
I think maybe.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
If he was duct taped, then he wouldn't be able to use his teeth. Probably
Yeah.
not that one.
That disproves it.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Maybe
How
another
about
angle.
if you use your teeth?
What'd
Or
you say?
if you use your front tail?
Maybe we'll
Dirty
have to
joke!
find
Is that a
another
dirty joke?
angle for this.
Maybe we just shoot the burned rope at the
actually-
first one where he says you're tied up because one arm
Yeah.
wasn't.
I guess.
Okay, that was
No, that's wrong.
We were overthinking it.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap. His right
Knife in
sleeve
his
isn't
right
burned.
hand. Oh yeah, the right sleeve. How would it not be
I
burned?
see.
Yeah.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Akane!
Stop
You
it!
should not give it away for free!
Oh my
Make
God.
sure they pay you first!
Commerce.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine.
Yeah.
I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I
There's a lot of
mean, even
money.
if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's still
It's
no.
impossible to
Stop.
stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back.
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Oh my
A
god.
way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. Make your argument.
Bullet time after bullet time.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he
No.
stab his hand that way?
No.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow
Oh yeah.
and slammed his
Yeah.
right hand down on it?
That could be it.
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Maybe he put
How
it in
could
a
he stab-
Monokuma plushie and stabbed himself.
Oh, maybe.
Bloody hole in his stomach as if it was stabbed. Had to think how it'd work.
That hole looks more circular. I'd say it was probably
Well, perhaps he
Used-
cut a hole in it,
yeah.
and then he put the knife like facing upwards out of it, and then he stabbed his hand down on it. Would that look like this?
Maybe.
It's worth it. It's better than anything else we got, right?
Yeah.
If he threw the knife into and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that.
Consent.
Consent.
The life-sized Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
Yeah.
After stabbing his hand,
When I was
he no
talking
longer
about-
needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and
remember.
destroy the evidence.
Yeah, I remember there's the famous doll that's hair kept growing or something.
Yeah, and they had to keep cutting it.
Yep.
I think that
So what
doll's
do you
still
think now, Fuyuhiko?
like in a shrine somewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time.
Oh
I need
god.
to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
They can't help themselves.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far, so this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh.
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone, working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now,
All right, let's do this.
And I think I know how.
how'd they do it?
He tied it, Well, I'm thinking maybe he used the, like the string and the weight
How did
on the,
Nagito stab himself with a
middle
spear?
part of the roof and had it fall on him. Because if you go up, yeah, down.
That thing.
Yeah, right there. Looks like there was a rope on it.
Yeah, and if you look at it, there's that little thin part between the blood that just has no blood on it. What could it mean?
Let's work together and think this through.
Someone was holding it.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
Stop it!
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Holy moly.
If Nagito committed Radical 6, then he must have used that spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs were tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing we could have used is...
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito,
I will say, looking at his left hand, it's like whatever he was holding something or something, because there's no blood on that part, right?
Yeah. So meaning maybe he like pulled down the string and then the spear fell?
Yeah, I'm thinking that. The left hand is not one of the
his
things
right
you can use.
hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Oh, it is one of the things.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong!
We did it.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
What was Nagito's left hand doing when the blood splattered?
The
Gripping?
back of his hand was, yeah.
I see!
Back of his hand
When
was
the blood
exposed
splattered,
because it
he was probably gripping with his left hand.
Yeah.
That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Oh my god, shut up.
He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Gee.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think?
It's
Hey,
okay, I
don't
already
tell me
know.
you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Which section of the spear was he holding on to?
He was handling the cord.
I see!
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. From there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up, and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So it's just before that. That's it. Could it be? The state of the sphere, and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure out where the spear was, what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito.
Hangman's Gambit.
Yeah, no, logic died.
Oh, okay.
I
Cool.
have a bunch of upgrades for this, so hopefully it's more controllable and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that looks much better.
Yeah. Wow. It still pops up pretty quick. Question 1. Where was the spear before it impaled Nagito? I think it's cheating to pause like this, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, above
In
Nagito.
Nagito's left hand. Under Nagito. Above Nagito. So,
Particle.
oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Being attacked by geometry.
Help. I always hated math. Oh my god.
Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? Just a fleshy sprinklers
Ceiling
or
girder.
ceiling girder? Yeah. What item connects both the sphere and the ceiling girder? Left hand.
Yeah. Yeah, the rope.
Spear's cord. Wait, the spear, right?
Yeah, maybe. Oh god. Yeah, the spear's cord. They were trying to throw us off.
Yeah.
It's all coming
That was
together.
easy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The spear
It's
impaled
not coming
Nagito
together.
as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
That'd be awesome,
Right.
but no.
Right.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely
Right.
underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not
saying
just do
he's
that in
the
the first
traitor.
place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed Radical 6, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But
I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Related to Nagito's death is something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
What do you think she's talking about?
Who?
Well, I mean, what do you think? Sorry.
I mean, it's not coming to mind. Why?
I don't know, I'm just wondering what she's getting at.
I don't know.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. I don't know, the
Well,
is there something else?
Maybe there's that. The poison?
Maybe, but like, how does that relate? Related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. He could have had opportunities to mess with this, but he didn't, so I don't think that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Maybe just like the Monokuma file, because that doesn't get made until after he's dead, so he doesn't have a chance to do anything with that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess that.
I see!
Let's see if that gives us anything.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it. Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
What about it?
Victim is Nagito Komeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Well, now we have to guess a word. Well,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh, no.
it's like
Oh, wait,
3
what?
words. Time of death, perhaps?
Time
Not
of death,
time
yeah.
of death, that doesn't fit. Something of death. Something of death.
Cause of death?
Yeah. It doesn't actually say what killed him.
Yeah.
Oh no, everything's gonna explode. I can't control this madness. There's too much.
There's so many.
Oh my goodness. This is like revenge for talking about it being too slow before.
And now it just goes to show how awful it is.
Oh, help me. I can't focus on this. I need an E, and at the meantime, I need to stop the apocalypse. There's one about to hit right there.
It's okay. Just lose them. It's fine.
At our health, okay, cause. Now I need an O. See the O's. There's an O, which means there's another O somewhere. So the O's come in pairs. Now I need an F.
There's
Cheating by
one F.
pausing. Sorry. There's an
Two
F.
F.
There's a D right there. Look at D. Now I need an E. There's an E, which means there's another E right here. Can't handle this. Sensory overload.
Yeah, it's too much. Again, this minigame sucks.
There's an H. Well, there was an H. There's another H.
I got it!
Nice.
We only lost half our health bar, but it's fine.
In
It's
this
okay, we'll get it
particular
back.
case is Monokuma filed. There's no specific cause of death.
Yeah, not only all that, we read it before, so yeah. It mentions all the stab wounds and stuff, but doesn't say what killed him.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
No,
Well,
it was always written
Monokuma?
about anyway.
Right.
I plead the
That's weird.
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
Nagito.
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we
thing
do,
to
you
say.
guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
All your hopes are united. No despair can shake you. Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Or yearning, whatever that word is pronounced.
It's yearning.
Then this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Now the mid-trial thing.
Yeah.
No!
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured out that too. You're the only one who didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't do the closing argument thing yet.
Yeah. Isn't that right, Manami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do.
Just not playing his games anymore.
Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stay in the silence when you're alone with someone else. So, Manami and I are bestest of friends.
Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now.
Enough! Why have to be hated that much?
Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit.
How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know?
We aren't even friends in the first place.
And as your older brother, let me say this.
You're not even my brother.
It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. No, it's not that bad.
Well, there may be some demands for it. Well,
Right.
I fell for it. I totally took the man bait.
Oh my god, the man beat. There are genres for everyone. Child, resume.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're
Shouldn't
working
tell us to
together,
save
where do
this
we
time.
start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
Fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. A special poison.
Yeah, the special poison.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no
you
way
think so.
he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Yes. That is
I agree with that.
consent.
We have no reason other than he had poison in his fridge, but yes.
That's it. I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison?
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No.
Yeah.
The warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
That's impossible.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body. The answer is written on the warning label? Let me read that real quick. Poison found inside the refrigerator at Nagito's cottage. The warning label on the back of the bottle states, "This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle it with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, and it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure in a cold place." Interesting.
I see.
What are your thoughts?
It was in a gaseous state.
Yeah.
And that's why Monokuma tried to keep us out. It wasn't because of the smoke.
You know, I just walk in and we all just die.
Yeah. That would have been bad.
I should think carefully and try to remember it.
It's okay, we
Apparently
already
we
got
have
it.
to do it with a logic die.
Sure, why not? Ew. Gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna run. Step on the gas. Those skills helped so much.
Yeah. Question 1. What state was the poison in when it affected Nagito?
The gas.
See if we're right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, can I go this way?
Yeah.
This is easier.
Just skip all the BS.
Question 2. How did the poison enter Nagito's body?
Through his nose. Could be through his wounds too.
That could be a lot of things, but let's go with nose. Yeah. Okay, not a long one.
Yeah.
It's all coming together!
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
Yeah, the logic dive is really fun, but it like
What if instead of drinking the
tell you very
poison,
much often.
we assume he inhaled it?
Yeah.
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent, takes effect immediately. Please handle it with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose.
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason we didn't breathe in the poisonous gas, I should be able to explain that mystery too.
The fire.
So the fire is like the spring. It said it was vulnerable to hydrolysis, right? It's hydrolysis.
Yeah, so maybe it was neutralized through water.
So the sprinklers.
Yeah. Could be.
I see!
So we didn't really go in there while the fire was going on anyway.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
Monokuma made sure we stayed
The
out.
poison gas disappeared because of the
Yeah.
sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
Gaseous state is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes, and it's susceptible to hydrolysis. So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit Radical 6 just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that
Yeah.
looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Yeah, and the window was open, so they could have left and then entered in.
Nagito really brought the poison to the warehouse. And the thing that would have been left behind is...
The container.
yeah.
I see!
Meat on the bone.
The meat on the
Are
bone!
you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Meat on the bone is apparently a big meme in Danganronpa.
Wait, because of that or the other Telltale one?
Because of everything. Both.
Oh.
Meat on the bone!
Wow.
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible! I mean, an accomplice? It is just two...
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right! You're totally right! That's totally it!
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's Radical 6. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But...
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
I saw him in my dream.
The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet!
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
It wasn't.
What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... Oh no, it's gonna be horrifying.
Oh, crap. No.
F. It's gotta be F then.
Yeah.
So this one does not seem as intense as the one we just did. This one seems manageable.
Yeah, the first one sucked though.
You can see what the answer is becoming, right?
Yeah, fire grenade.
I got it!
Fire grenade.
I see! I got it!
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
So
That is true, but
that's where it
there was
came
no
from.
sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on, did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible! Miss Sonia just said so right now!
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Its words contain a clue that the contents of a fire grenade was swapped with poison. This thing.
Yeah.
I can prove it with this! Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
That's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
Dun dun dun.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry. But I just realized it.
Realized what?
What did she realize?
I don't know.
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought, the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same. Could that same moment be
When they all threw the grenades. Oh.
I see!
It was a murder.
Are you saying
Oh my
it was
god.
when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
one of them
my.
had poison in it, so one of us killed them?
When
was
we all threw the
Kazuichi.
grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was
Definitely
deployed,
Kazuichi.
and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck?
Oh my god.
You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was... Well, he prepared it, right?
Yeah.
I see! It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
The person who set the warehouse fire was... Nagito.
I see! That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
Reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire? Make someone throw the poison, right?
Yeah.
I see! Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason. He put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder.
Oh my god.
Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison, and then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry! Please vote me as the killer!
That's not the fucking issue here!
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I'm so jealous. I mean, how
What
can you
the
have such an awful power?
God. You're such a loser.
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says.
Yes.
How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
That's right, it doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it, even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
A closing argument.
Fucking hate this.
I was inside Nagito's refrigerator. Well, it's not shown here. Right before switching the poison... See that there either. It was placed inside the break room. Fire grenades. Is that one of them? Should I do this one?
So? Yeah.
Okay. What's beyond the Monokuma panel? Any of these? His whole body wasn't tied up. I think, yeah, that's this, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
How did he support the sphere? That's when he's letting go, so it's not that one. In order to hurt himself,
Not that either.
Nagito propped up the knife with something, the Monokuma plushie, but it's not shown. The reason we went to the warehouse was the fire, so... yeah. The explosion ball things. Anyway, this way. Inside the thrown fire grenade was... what made the sphere fall. You let go of it.
Yeah.
Look at that smug grin. Warehouse was. It's not a bomb. It's fireworks. This one? That's the same one, though. I don't think it's that one.
It is.
So don't do that. I propped up the knife with this. In order to hurt himself. No, wait. The reason they went to the warehouse is because his video message said he was in there, right? I remember now. Okay. Himself, that's the same one, so how did he support the sphere? Also not shown. It's beyond the Monokuma panel. Right before switching the poisons, when it was still in this one? No, okay, this doesn't. I'm sorry. Okay, do. Side Nagito's refrigerator, this one. That's done. Sneak attacking my left hand with the knife. That's here. That's the same one. The thrown fire grenade. In order to hurt himself, he put the duct tape on. Yep. With the oil lighter, that's where the Monokumas lead into, right?
Yeah.
Extra careful when performing switcheroos, it says. Let's
That one.
remove the lid. There we go.
Stuck.
Now we can fill everything. How do we support the sphere? Like this.
Like that.
Said the thrown fire grenade was the poison.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade.
You should. Well, I guess you can't throw it outside because that would be littering, so that's why he had it in his place.
Yeah.
Answer my own question.
With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room.
Done.
The next morning,
Kinda
Nagito
yeah.
appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse.
So I like how everybody is showing us the black hint because it could be any one of us.
Yeah.
In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream,
Flappy, stop.
he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poisoned grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
Are you saying we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair. can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
But Nagito believed in. Not made him up. No.
His talent.
I see!
He believed that
Nagito
they would
believed in
guess
his
the
talent as the
actual
ultimate
traitor.
lucky student.
After all this time we spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So, it's definitely gonna be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case,
Hajime just
it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It
I know,
almost
talent.
seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended in some Russian roulette.
Russian roulette.
It's a game where you load one bullet in the gun, spin the cylinder, point it towards you, and pull the trigger. So, you really did it. So that's how you're supposed to play it. So, would have been fine if I only used one bullet, huh? Guess it was just as Monami said. Huh? I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder. So that's how I did it.
That you only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving.
But I'm still alive. After all, the only good thing about me is how lucky I am.
He did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted.
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck. It's been a while since we saw that.
Yeah, the very beginning of the game. It's not just luck. It's my true talent. It's trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? Huh? I'm left with the red mark?
For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. That was a flashback within a flashback.
Yeah, flashback session. At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
I don't even have to ask. I should already know what the answer is. Traitor?
Yeah.
I see!
That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message...
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
And it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so darn long, was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but...
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor?
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Chiaki. She was saying shit like this the whole time.
Hajime, please.
Fucking damn it. I wanted to hang out with you more. Damn it.
Smiling face.
Fuck. I hate it.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Why? This is nonsense. Why? Why does this make sense?
Hey, Chiaki, are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... up till now... you've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, We have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying future foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh.
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship. Proving it here. Is that the only way? Panic talk action. Beat Monami.
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. First open and mix. I can't lose. I won't let you. First open and mix. I'll lower your grades. Hajime, you stupid face.
Teachers don't say
Let's
that.
all get along. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I won't let you. Chiaki and I aren't best
Monami's
friends.
notebook.
This is the end!
You're fucker.
I did
Yeah,
say that
'cause she was
notebook
the
had a
only one.
hint.
She was the only
When we
one
investigated
there
Nagito's cottage,
that saw
I discovered a notebook with a new Sami logo on it.
Hajime trying to leave into the final dead room.
Yep.
That
Because
was
if we remember, Monami was trapped in that place and did not see
Yeah.
anybody the entire time, so she would not know that Hajime was trying to go in there. It was written from the viewpoint of Chiaki.
That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Oh, so sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Yakia is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
Well, the truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contains. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
Topic we discussed in that entry.
The final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
I don't like this.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that.
If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to that octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out.
You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is... Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this.
Still, with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word. Took her handbook out of her pocket. And without hesitating, swiped the card reader.
Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not!
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but...
But then nobody will be saved!
Make your argument.
Fucking hell. I don't want to play this anymore.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about
no.
bombs. There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
I don't want to believe it, but I have to move forward. I have to move toward the path she's showing us.
Chiaki!
But yeah, Monami was watching. Since they're in cahoots, she would know that the bombs were fake as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
When we were trying to turn, didn't Chiaki use the?
If she's a traitor, there's no way Chiaki. If that bomb was fake, the only person who knew me. When I.
That's not it. That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that! Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Rebuttal showdown.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
Did say
Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
I feel like
Maybe we can use that here.
Monokuma's account.
Yeah.
Bombs are fake. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Fucking damn it.
Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just gonna tell you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Monokuma doesn't
Hajime,
lie.
Are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel!
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this, but still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
B. I got an achievement. Collected 999 monocoins. Heck yeah.
Oh my god.
How did I not get that before? I guess because I wasn't hatching Monokumas.
Yeah.
It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead. I guess select who the killer is.
Yeah.
Look at that smile.
Even so.
I mean, maybe we got it wrong and everybody dies.
No. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Komoida's killer is...
Yahoo!
Chiaki Nanami.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct?
Yeah.
The fact that Chiaki was a traitor. The fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck.
Everything was true?
Damn it.
Plus, that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There's no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
Cause
I can't betray the Future Foundation.
Can't betray?
well,
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation.
What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself.
You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
well,
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think. I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions.
You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like, if we ask why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this, that's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange?
Strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor.
Huh?
Yes, indeed!
Congratulations! You successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor. And kill everyone besides the traitor.
Kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? All to form a plan that only the traitor would survive. Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay.
Okay, what?
Well,
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki!
You really are a kind-hearted person.
Huh? You think so?
Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from.
perhaps.
Maybe our dad or big brother. Don't you think?
Hey! Come on
Hey.
now!
Don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru.
I can't lose!
Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I cannot win.
Hiya!
I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate.
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
What? Oh my god.
She's self-destructed.
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, died.
No, no!
I'm not dead.
Oh, a new one fucking came out.
Phew. Oh man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet. I'm not done yet.
That's...
Hey, wait!
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
I have to do it again. Oh,
Hey, hey!
Not yet.
seriously. Albert, if you don't separate now, it's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't forgive you.
Of course, I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my students.
I won't let you.
I will protect them with my life. Come on, you.
Hey, hey!
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting!
How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the 60th power.
That's one
10 to
with
the power
60 zeros, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Huh? What did you say?
What?
1 million.
110. Sorry, I stole
10,
your line.
100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. 10 to the 52 power, to the 52nd power, 10 to the 56th power, and then 10 to the 60th power. That's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey!
After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad.
Except, I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? While you're doing all this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created. In the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
But you said they were plushy.
That's wrong!
What? Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing. Monomi, finish them off.
Hey,
If it's just a plushie, as long as you give it the Monokuma's personality, it becomes fully developed Monokuma.
What did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic.
Magic.
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
Hold on, if you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
What's going on? Don't tell me. They're not gonna call this magic or something? Well, I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monomi risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement?
Wait, if that's true, can I have one?
What's this?
And how many Monomis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60 power? You don't have to say anything, I know. Let's see, you just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I'm the conqueror of the new world.
I can't lose!
Well, give up. Even if I have no chance of winning,
It's okay, Monomi. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
But...
Right?
Damn it.
What the hell is going on?
Um,
I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is...
please listen!
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like...
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
This is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations.
Damn it!
Okay, that's it. Just leave that talk for later. Because...
Yahoo!
Because the punishment time's gonna start.
Hold on, just a little more time.
Shing!
To wait or not to wait, that is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait.
But I haven't...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have.
Not that
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service!
Ah, for Nanami too.
Huh?
Why, even Nanami. It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted, so she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
And also, I remember now.
Sorry.
I'm an only child.
That is...
What is this?
Huh.
It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that. I've decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
And let's proceed with high spirits. This is the very last punishment time. That's fucking awful. Like it.
Chiaki has been found guilty. You too, Monica. Please insert coin. Space Invaders.
No, no. Oh my gosh.
Giant Pac-Man.
Get away.
Oh, she had the nightmare with the Monokuma Tetris.
No. No. Fucking damn it. I don't like this game.
Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her, thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurts.
I don't believe it!
Good gracious. That was such a big surprise.
I will say, that is one of my favorite executions in the series.
Really?
And my reason is because of the false hope it gives you, where she escapes through the escape door. You think, oh, maybe she's gonna escape. So that's just makes it hurt even more when you realize, nope.
Yeah, it does hurt more. Like you think you have a chance to escape, but of course not. At least it wasn't Akane. If it was Akane, I would have full stop just let the call. I'm out of here. I don't care. But I did really like Chiaki, so that really sucked. Same with Ibuki.
Yeah.
I feel like I like Chiaki more over time. As for Chiaki, she regularly took the role of the pointman during the class trials. So did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew.
Oh well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Wait, does that mean?
Oh, but that annoying rabbit is gone as well. All the obstacles that were keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
Are you serious? We can really leave this island?
I shall now present.
Yup! Congratulations! With this, I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who have survived up until now, I will give you the right to graduate.
Whew.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Are you really okay with that?
What do you mean?
There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up so another killing happens right away.
Yeah. You're right.
Stop it! What are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind? Also, you said you 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there are still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left?
You.
Are you planning to make a volleyball team? You need 6 people for volleyball.
You count.
Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
The Future Foundation is the world ender. Then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created.
Huh?
No!
Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. See all of your questions answered in one go. And then, you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up the new world is.
Hey!
Huh? A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should at least enjoy your life on the tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island,
Shing!
your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you.
Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, we're missing one of those Monokumas over there.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll return to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why. I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now, I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen, and I burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. Dang, you just slept through a whole day without eating anything.
Wow.
And then the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that it isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How far, how much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. But our school memories, the future foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? Not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. Hey, a little under 9 hours left.
Shit.
I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate.
It was all a simulation.
When I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
What the fuck? Help! Help! I'm seeing dead people. What's happening? I know I'm supposed to read, but I'm dumbfounded. Help! So at the very beginning of the game, I remember that there was like glitches and stuff whenever Hajime like entered the classroom.
Right.
So I assumed it was like a simulation. I don't know. Regardless. Hajime, good timing.
Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's video message that we found in the factory?
Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it?
Well,
Apparently, there was one more message that was inside the laptop.
There was more to that message, yes. Huh?
yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so he wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial?
Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will.
Nagito's will? Where is it right now?
We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together.
Got it, the restaurant.
Is everyone alive? Please help. I'm seeing dead people. This is a dream. It's definitely a dream.
Chucky would never have left us, and there was no bomb here either.
It's that one cat meme where it's just grabbing its head and meowing.
Yo!
Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster, and I found it when I stopped by the factory. I guess that confirms that she takes care of the hamsters.
Wow.
Listen well.
A coincidence, you say? Wrong. That is the wheel of causality guiding you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it.
Yeah, you're right.
What the fuck?
I wonder who's watching this message.
Oh.
Now you
Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would.
ended the way he hoped it would.
Damn it.
Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the traitor. Damn it. It was just as Monokuma said.
Hey, hey!
So he really set up the traitor as the killer, and he even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more.
Oh my god. Help. Help me. Please. My brain is melting into porridge. But if everyone but the traitor is watching this video,
How unfortunate.
then unfortunately, I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that that matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Now then, let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm gonna speak so both sides can understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize at the final dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It'd be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... Ow, my ears! What the fuck? Why'd they make it so loud? Please, do not do that.
I guess because it's under voice, the voice setting, how loud it is, and we have that set high, because we want to hear what they say.
Yeah. The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. And so, I was able to learn the truth about this world, and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself.
Those were the protagonists.
God. Ow! I hate this.
Check the web for details, it says.
I see. But now that I know that truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so he can leave you to an unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show you that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... Seriously pissing me off. Hell ends. Yes, something, I don't know.
Happy.
I think the rest is garbage. Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could he have come up with a plan like that?
Now then.
But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is the message you found at Nezumi Castle. 11037.
Well,
Normally, you don't need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place.
Or you do, apparently.
You need, yeah. But since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monami. But that has nothing to do with me. You guys will think that you're not
Stop
Not
it, stop it, don't
gonna...
stop. Something or something, don't stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end. But I guess now's the nice time to announce it, right? So then, I'll announce the password. 11037. Literally what I said. Literally what I said. Whatever. That is the password that was written in Nezumi Castle. You have to use that password in order to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape, Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe in my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
please call me the ultimate hope.
This was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password.
Never. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter the ancient ruin.
The shrine to her is right behind her.
Hey,
Yeah, it's so silly. You better hurry. I think... Let's go before the countdown reaches 0.
You're right, let's go. Everybody all good here?
easy as pie.
Now then, let us make haste to the ancient ruin. As long as we work together, we will not lose to Monokuma or anyone else.
Damn right.
Looks like the others have left already. We should go too. What, are you scared now?
Of course not. Let's crush Monokuma's plan.
You're right. There's nothing to worry about, since everyone's here.
Alright, looks like it's finally my turn. I'll punch Monokuma so hard he'll go flying around the world. As long as Coach Nekomaru and me are here, we won't lose. Just leave it to us.
There's something wrong with you.
Dastard Nagito. He was screwed up to the very end. What was that praise me crap?
Of course not!
After all the crap he put us through, there's no way we'd ever do that.
God. Ow.
It's not the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island.
Oh my god.
It's snowing.
We're gonna die. Yeah, I remember the timer.
Assume I can't go that way? Now's not the time to investigate this thing. I need to hurry over to the ancient ruin. And I went left instead of right. Right would have been faster, but whatever, this is fine.
Have you seen that building before?
The library?
Oh yeah, it's the library, never mind.
Yes.
I just don't remember it.
I think it's really nice. I would probably spend time on this island, like, more than any other if I was trapped on these islands.
Me too. Oh yeah, new baby.
New baby.
Sorry, we're not gonna do anything with you.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a puddle of blood.
Let me swim in it.
The ruins.
Please.
Somehow, it is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
So unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you?
Fool!
Also, that countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
Damn right, it's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills.
Thanks for the food.
Ah, if you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass!
Hey, now's not the time to fuck around.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together.
Shut up.
The hell? Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order.
What the fuck?
What?
What was that?
I told her that you only understand pig talk.
I said, you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my
Oh.
family.
I think that was your line, but I still...
Yeah. Yeah,
Tee
that's
hee.
okay.
You finally had a chance to voice Spookie again, and I stole it.
Yeah,
Does that fill you with despair?
it does.
I'm going to kill you.
Hajime.
Hajime, the password, please.
Yeah, I know.
And 1037.
11037, right?
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future.
Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
What the...
Dot, dot, dot.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go?
Everyone?
What? Something's wrong? What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is...
What the fuck is happening?
this world? Stage clear.
What the fuck?
Chapter 5. Smile in the name of despair. Smile at hope in the name of despair, rather. To be continued. Yay, we got our backpack. The present gamer's backpack. You like to save your progress?
My brain
Chapter
is
0.
horrid.
Heading to the school trip. Be wrong to say I was swaying from side to side. I cannot pause. Oh no. I mean, we did just save though, so I could just exit the game.
Why would we need to? Is there more? How much of the game is left?
There is a decent amount left.
What the fuck? Oh god.
So I guess we'll end it here, since I can't pause right now, but it did just save. So unless it was lying, we should be fine. There's also an autosave, I believe, so... Everyone, if you enjoyed and want to see what happens next, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Please send help.
Bye.